Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you would like to know the price, simply click on the link in the description below. If you enjoy our videos, we'd greatly appreciate it if you would buy a watch at jazztime.com, which is why we make these videos, so that you can sit at home watching YouTube and decide if you'd like to buy this watch. If you do, please go to jaztime.com. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Rolex Yachtmaster 37 reference 268622 platinum bezel, rhodium dial, stainless steel. I'm going to talk to you guys about the case, the bezel, the dial, the bracelet, the buckle, movement, try it on, and give you my thoughts. So let's dive right in. It has a oyster case, and it's 37 millimeters. That's from my thumb to my index finger. Now, Rolex makes this Yachtmaster in this configuration in either 37 millimeter or 40 millimeter. So you might be asking yourself, well, which one should I choose? That depends on, they're basically the same watch except different size. The 37 obviously being smaller, 40 obviously being larger. But who exactly could wear a 37? Well, if you're a man and you have smaller wrists, or you don't like wearing big watches, you could consider the 37. I've heard some people say, well, it's a lady's watch. Well, I mean, what part of this exactly makes you think that this is a lady's watch? I mean, Rolex did not put it on their website as a lady's watch. They just put it as Yachtmaster 37, which means a man could wear it who has a smaller wrist, or a woman who has a larger wrist or likes to wear a larger watch. So in that sense, it doesn't really matter. It depends on you. So please don't let someone tell you what you can and cannot wear. This is America. You can wear whatever you want. So anyhow, this is 37. It's the smaller of the two. I have seen both men and women wear the 37. Just depends on what they want. Okay, I've even seen women wear the 40 millimeter. I've seen men wear the 37. I've seen it go both ways, so it doesn't really matter. Now, I told you I would talk to you about the case. So this case is a monoblock middle case with a screw down case back and winding crown. It's made of stainless steel, okay? But Rolex calls this material Rolesium, which is what? It's a combination of oyster steel and platinum, which brings us to the next part. Now, what part of this is exactly platinum? Well, this bezel right here is platinum. And in particular, now that we're talking about the bezel, I want to bring your attention to a few parts of this bezel. This bezel is 950 platinum bidirectional rotatable 60-minute graduated with raised numerals. What does all that means? It means this insert right here is made of platinum, 950 meaning the best grade of platinum, as you would probably expect from Rolex. Now, I want to bring your attention to this bezel in particular. Look at the back. Okay, you see where the numerals are. If I hold it at a certain angle, you can see that the numerals are actually high polish and they're raised. You see where it says 30? It's actually raised. And that gives it a little bit of a 3D look. And actually, in different lights, it actually looks black. You see the numerals? They actually look black. They're not black. It's just that the light shining back on the numerals make it look black or like dark silver. But it actually is the same color if you were to look at it in person or in different light. It's just because it's high polished. Now, behind that is a sand-blasted platinum, which gives it a matte look. So they were able to take the same material, polish it in a different way, and therefore make it present to the eye slightly different. I think it's an ingenious thing that Rolex does because, well, Rolex is the best company and they do genius things. So moving on, I told you guys about the bezel, the case. Now, I guess I should mention the case as well. What I've noticed about holding this case in my hand is that it does appear to me to be a little bit thinner. Now, I'm going to go ahead and grab a Submariner and see how this compares to the... Oh, I don't have my Submariner on me. Okay, sorry. Anyways, what I've noticed is that the thickness is a little bit thinner, I believe, on this 37, and that kind of makes sense because, well, it has a different movement. And when I mean thinner, if I compare it to the Yachtmaster 40, it feels thinner, and I guess that makes sense. it has a caliber 2236, which the Yachtmaster 40 has a 3235, which is a different movement, similar but different. Now this movement has a plus minus precision of 2 seconds a day and a power reserve of 55 hours. The 40 millimeter one, I believe, has a 70-hour power reserve. Doesn't really make much difference. I don't think you'd really notice a 15-hour power reserve difference, but I guess I can bring your attention to something else. This Yachtmaster 37 has a reference 268622. The older reference had a 168622. What would be the difference on this watch is that it has the newer movement 2236. And another way you could tell is you can look at the dial. Now, if you look at the new version, which is the one I have in my hand, 268622, here's what you'll notice about the dial. It says Swiss Rolex insignia made. That's because this is the newer version. The older version, Rolex doesn't put this insignia. So each time they make the first version of it, they put this little they don't put the insignia. When they do make the second version, and everyone thereafter, they put the Rolex insignia. And I guess that's to differentiate the first year. Why they do that, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but they do that. Now they make this watch in two different configurations. They make it on steel as well as rose gold and steel, of which we have at jazztime.com. So if you want to buy it, you certainly can go to our website and do so. This watch is dark rhodium, or you could call it silver or gray or dark gray. Rolex calls it rhodium. Okay, and as you can see, it has this very beautiful, interesting light blue hand, which I think is absolutely amazing. If you ask me, that's what draws me to this watch. They didn't use this blue hour marker before, or second hand before, and I think this just adds a very young, hip, cool touch to this watch, if you ask me. Okay, now I told you we're gonna move on to the bracelet now. We're gonna talk about this watch is using an Oyster flat 3-piece link. It's made in stainless steel. As you can see, it has a brushed finish down the side and a high polish down the middle. It also has, check this out, a folding Oyster lock safety clasp. It closes like such so that it does not come apart. It also has an easy 5mm comfort extension, which I'm going to show you now. Here's the extension. Bam! That pulls it out another 5mm. Okay? Alright, so I've gone through every part of this watch. Now, if you like this watch, please go to jazztime.com and buy it. Please don't watch our video and then go somewhere else and buy it. That's the whole purpose of us making this video on a Saturday afternoon while you're at home watching YouTube. So if you would like to support us, or you would like to get this watch at the best price anywhere online, I urge you to go to jazztime.com, jazztime.com. Now, my thoughts on this watch. Well, my thoughts are that if you want a sports watch that is smaller than a typical sports watch from Rolex, you have to go with the Yachtmaster 37, because that's the only option you get. Now, for men that are usually older, such as my dad, who's like 60 plus, almost 70, he has, he used to have a big wrist. Now he's got a small wrist, and this watch would fit him a lot better than the 40mm one that he'd been wearing since, for a very long time. And I think, as you get older, your wrist gets smaller, or if you do have a small wrist to begin with, then having a watch that fits your wrist, such as this 37, would make more sense. So I think it certainly has its market. It's obviously not for everybody. Now, if you're a woman and you like to wear sports watches, I would say you definitely need to wear this one, because I don't like 40mm large sports watches on women. It makes it look like you're wearing your boyfriend's watch, unless of course you're a woman with a large wrist, and that, if that's the case, that's fine. But if you're a woman with a woman-sized wrist, then you should wear a 37. That's just my thoughts. Of course, you can do whatever you want so long as you do it at jazztime.com, jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.